Okay, so this is a lifetime 15-foot trampoline. I think we've had it 3 years now, and it's time to replace the safety net and the bumper pad that goes all around the outside. The easiest way to do that is to just go ahead and cut it off. So the safety net has a loop, and when you originally installed it you had to take the springs off. So rather than having to do that twice, just cut the safety net off and get rid of it. The other issue we have is these D-rings are corroding. Not all of them, but some of them pretty badly. And so I thought about how would be the best way to go about replacing those. And let me show you what I came up with. So this is what I've got. Stainless steel zip ties, 90 kilograms, which is about 200 pounds per zip tie, and they're stainless steel so they'll never rust. So I'm going to use those, and I'm going to use an angle grinder to zip through both sides of the D-ring and cut them out and replace them with the stainless steel zip ties. And I'm probably going to do that while I'm putting the new net on, just to make it easier. You don't have to get this brand, but I got these on Amazon. I think it was like, I don't know, $12 for 100 of them. So we'll see. I'm going to put these on and we'll see how they hold up. So here we are. This is the zip ties in place. And then what I did was I just folded back. Instead of trying to cut them off, I just put a loop, just bent the end over, and then shoved it down inside the spring. I did them alternating, so I cut the D-rings out every other spring, and then we went ahead and put the new net on and started reattaching them one at a time. The easiest way I found, instead of trying to put the zip tie through and through the spring and then pull it tight, the easiest way was to just put the zip tie on and pull it tight and then attach the spring. And you have to get it pretty small, smaller than you'd think, to get it to be the same kind of depth as what was originally in place. Now I've got a few that I've got left to do, but just like every well-conceived plan, I've run out of cutting wheel, and I thought I had a whole nother box of them, but apparently I don't. So the alternative method to using the angle grinder is to use a hacksaw, but it is a pain in the butt. So there's one that I hacksawed. I kind of held it with a pair of pliers because it's just flopping around too much to get the hacksaw to bite real good. But it is doable, but it will just take you way longer. So the other thing I realized is it's only necessary to cut one side, because the D-ring has a split, and so you can take it apart just by cutting one side of the D-ring. Then all you do is just take the spring off, and then you can pull the old D-ring out now. And there's that, if it'll focus, there's that gap in the back that I was telling you about. Some of them are pretty rusted on, and getting them out can be a pain in the butt, but there it is, and I'll show putting a zip tie through next. There you go. Okay, so you just put the tab through and then fish the zip tie through. And like I said before, you have to make it much smaller than you'd think, kind of like that, and then you reattach the spring and then bend the end over and shove it down inside, and that's pretty much it. And one thing to remember, which of course I didn't, where the vertical supports go for the safety net, there are cutouts in the bumper pad, and so make sure you have that lined up before you start tying all the ties, which of course I didn't do, so I just had to undo them all. But anyway, don't make that mistake. Okay, here we are, all done. And one thing that I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video is when you install the new safety net, make sure that this seam for the door lines up with the tag that is on the trampoline pad. Okay, very important. The reason I didn't remember to say that at the beginning of the video is because I forgot. So of course I installed the whole thing, including the bumper pad, and when I went to put the poles up, they wouldn't go up because I was about 4 or 5 springs off. So I had to come back around and undo all of the springs again, release the net, move the net this way by about 4 or 5 springs, and then reattach it all again, which was a royal pain in the butt, and I'd completely forgotten that. So anyway, I hope this video helps. The kids took a jump and it worked just fine, so we'll see how those stainless steel zip ties hold up. The grinder is definitely the way to go, although you do have to be careful. Somewhere around here I oopsied with the grinder and actually cut through one of the loops on the net, so be careful. You can do it with a hacksaw, but my goodness, it is a pain in the butt. So P Diamond here, Jacksonville, Florida, in the COVID-19 shutdown, getting projects done. Be safe, take care, see ya.